Yes, madam.
Yeah, while we are waiting, we can, I will start with the questions that were asked in the form that was circulated. Vipul Kumar, I don't think, Vipul, you're here. Yeah, so he's asked a question in the final exam of software testing, questions will be coming from assignments or notes. If the question's coming from assignments, then what will be the weightage of that question? So, Vipul, for the final exam, questions, it will be similar to that of the weekly assignment questions. There will be about 1/3 of the exam direct recap, memory recap, which is a mandate from NPTEL. And the remaining questions will be problem solving. And even in that problem solving thing, the questions will be very similar to what you would have possibly seen in the weekly assignments. So the exam will have 50 questions, 2 marks each, no choice, all of them MCQ, and totally 100 marks. And out of those 50 questions, about 1/3 will be memory recap. The remaining 2/3 will be similar to what you get in assignments. Does that answer your question? If you have anything else specific, given that you're here, you can unmute and ask.
No, ma'am, thank you.
Hello. Yeah, Vipul, you're still muted.
So, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. Please tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all clear.
Yeah, if you're in a noisy place, you could probably type your query, further query. There aren't correctly my notes available. Slides are available. I hope you have the Google Drive containing the slides. If you don't have access, let me know. I can upload it again. So we move on to the next question that was there in the form. Prathamesh. Prathamesh is also a student. He has registered for this course. It's more like a comment is what I see. He says the level of English in the questions is a bit complicated. I'm sorry if it was difficult. I hope there weren't grammar mistakes, but if you can specifically tell me if you need clarification on any questions, I can let you know. Then there is a question from Vikash. Is asked how to prepare for the exam. Is your book sufficient? Please give some guidance for the exam. So I will repeat it once again. So for the exam, 1/3 of the questions will be memory recap. The remaining will be similar to what was asked in the assignments, not the same, similar. Yeah, sorry, I got a phone call. So 1/3 of the questions will be memory recap. Memory recap means directly from the slides. Like, for example, I will ask you things like which is the correct order of subsumption amongst coverage criteria, definition of what a DU path is, things like that, directly from the slides. You don't have to solve any problem. Assignments also have questions like that, which you can directly see at the slides or the video and then answer. Of course, you won't have access to the slides or the videos, but you have to remember directly from memory. So 50 questions, 2 marks each, 100 marks. And there is a related question from Rahul, who is also another student, has asked what are the topics or which are the weeks that will carry the most weightage for the final exam. So there is nothing like most weightage for the final exam. So these memory recap questions will be from all the weeks, but maybe from week 1 and week 1 and week 12, which are direct overview, testing terminologies, testing criteria, and week 12, which talks about a lot of general topics, regression testing. There is a lot of scope for memory questions because they are high level topics, not very overview. Otherwise, please expect one question set on graph based testing, both structural and data flow coverage criteria included, one question set on logic based testing, one question set on mutation testing, one on symbolic execution, and one on input space partitioning. These are the major topics that have been covered. So all these questions will be there. So I hope this answers both the questions. Direct assignment questions will not come. The exact copy of what is there in the assignment will not come. Similar questions will be there. So if you had an assignment question on structural coverage criteria, similar will be there, but it won't be an exact copy. So that is not expected also. It won't be there. Yeah, pattern. There was a question on what will be the pattern of the examination. Full MCQ type, even true, false will be given as MCQ. True, false, yes, no questions will also be given only as MCQ. 2 marks each. And you will be given a rough paper, and this thing you might have to draw a graph or do some calculation, but everything will be MCQ. Then there was a question from Aniruddha, who's asked what is meant by beta testing. So beta testing is, suppose somebody has a software and then you release a new version of the software. You release it without being clear about whether it has errors or not. And then when you release it, you let the users know that it's a beta version, by which what you mean is that here is a piece of software that is thoroughly tested, and I mean not thoroughly tested, but I have released it. If you happen to encounter any error in while using this software, then you can report the error and we will strive to rectify it. So beta release practically means that it's a software that's released to the customers, to the users, with maybe an acknowledgement of there being some known errors in the software. And a classical example is WhatsApp. Suppose WhatsApp releases a new feature. It's a popular social media chat platform. Then you can see that it releases a feature called beta, which means that it is released, it's still under test, and if you notice any encounter any bugs, then you can report it. That's what is beta testing. And then there is one question which is typed out in Hindi with English. This is from Komal. I will read out the question. हमने एक सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया है, वो सॉफ्टवेयर की टेस्टिंग के दौरान हमने सारे फेसेस अच्छे से टेस्ट किए हैं और उसमें एक भी एरर नहीं निकला. In the sense that they have made a software and in the process of testing, they have tested it well and they haven't got any error. और जब सॉफ्टवेयर के प्रोडक्शन की टाइम आई और उसको डिप्लॉय किया, जब तक उसमें एरर नहीं, मतलब ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? जब डिप्लॉय किया तब उसमें एरर आई, मतलब ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? So while developing the software, while thoroughly testing it, they didn't encounter any errors. Post deployment, they found an error. How can this happen is what is being asked. फेसेस टेस्टिंग के दौरान एरर नहीं आया तो डिप्लॉयमेंट के दौरान कैसे आया? So it can be, see, testing, one of the popular facts about testing is that testing cannot be used to show the absence of errors. Neither can you say using testing that I have tested it enough, well enough, and I have found all errors. There are no more errors that will come. That is not true, right? So using testing, the strength of testing is in detecting the presence of errors. So maybe one doesn't write adequate enough test cases. One doesn't know the potential targets where error could happen. All these could be the reasons, and because of these various reasons, it could very well be the case that you might have missed the errors during the phases of testing, and it comes up in the software development. Please note that it's a wrong statement to say that I've tested my software well, very well, and because of that, it's free of errors. That is never likely to happen in testing. Yeah, contact in details. I will put my email ID. This is my official email ID. Please write to me if you have any doubts while preparing for the exam. I realize that your exam is on 26th October. I will be happy to answer them. We will also do another live session just before the exam to clarify doubts while you're preparing, if that will help. Just excuse me one second. I don't interact much on my phone, so please use my email ID and I should reply within a day's time. Yeah, so Muhammad Naushad has asked functional and non-functional testing. So functional testing tests for functional requirements. So just to take an example, requirements like if a client sends a request, then there will be a response from a server. Some response from the server will be there. So this is a quality of a function of the software. Another kind of example could be that if I write a program to sort an array of numbers, then the output should be in the sorted order, array in the sorted order. This is a basic functionality, which is also important for us. Non-functional testing will talk about how fast does the server send a response in response to a request from a client. So they will talk about is the response fast enough within so many units of time. And no matter how many clients send requests simultaneously, will the server still respond within the same unit of time? So non-functional testing deals with quality aspects, which is about performance, latency, and reliability, several other things. Functional testing talks about if a software is meant to do some function, does it do it properly or not? That is what functional testing is talking about. So this is the difference. Rahul Kumar has asked how to be a software engineer. You should know some programming, have expertise in some domain. You could be a full stack developer, in which case you should have expertise in front end, back end web development, or you could just be a front end web developer, development of user interfaces, or a back end web developer, or you could be a system software person, have expertise in core embedded languages like C, C++, or you could have expertise in object oriented programming, enterprise applications, Java, C Sharp, .NET. These are various domains in which one can specialize, and as long as you know them well, and know the basics of testing with them, then you can be a software developer. Of course, Python, if you want to work on data science and machine learning. These days, because of agile methodology, most developers have to unit test their code. So you should also know enough testing to be able to manage your software. So uh, that was the answer to that question. Usually before the exam is when the live sessions get crowded and interesting. So I don't have any more questions to read out from here. If more people are not joining, maybe we can finish this session and start with uh, another session where
I mean,
yeah, please tell me. Yeah,
yeah, sorry for interruption.
no problem. This is meant for interaction only.
Ma'am, ma'am, I would like to ask, like, is there any weightage criteria for the week 1 to week 12 chapter?
That's what. So as I told you, right, there will be graph-based, there will be one group question on graph-based testing. So graph-based testing spans weeks 2, 3, 4. So one group combined question there will be on graph-based testing. Then there will be one group question. I will give you a predicate, the truth table of the predicate, and then ask you questions on logic coverage criteria. So that will be weeks 5 and 6. There'll be one group question. Week 8, input space partitioning. Week 8 or 7, I don't remember. There will be one group question. Mutation testing, there will be questions. Then symbolic testing, there'll be questions. From week 1, week 12, and all, you can expect a memory type question, which will be direct recap from slides. So like this, there will be 50 questions. Some of them as a part of a group with a description, some of them separate questions. Each question will carry 2 marks and total will come to 100 marks. The weightage for this will be 75. Best 8 of your assignments will contribute to 25% weightage. So this is the breakup. So in case you don't have access to the drive containing the slides, I have just put the access to the Google Drive containing slides. These slides are updated. The videos that you see are slightly old. They are more than 6 years old. Some of them might have some mistakes. The slides have been corrected. The mistakes have been changed. You can use these slides to learn about what is the content that you see in the video. All the slides that you see, majority of them will be given in this folder. Please feel free to take it from here and share it with your classmates if they're there.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions? So when are you all writing your exams? 26th. Is the date fixed for the exam?
Yes, ma'am.
It's 26th.
Yes, ma'am. 26th of October.
So will a live session in that week help? Week of 21st, 26th or 27th. Okay, thanks. So maybe I will hold a live session on that week, the week of 21st October. You can come and join and clear your doubts. Please share this drive with your friends and classmates, and if they have any issues, you can come. So maybe to take maximum advantage of the exam, shall we then reconvene on the week of 21st once again for another live session.
Okay, ma'am.
Will it be fine with the host and NPTEL? I will get back to you on an email. Yeah, that might be more beneficial because it's just before the exam, and then you will have prepared and you can ask doubts. In the meantime, if uh, please take live session on Sunday. Okay, Sunday will be 20th October. Okay, maybe I will write to the NPTEL team about that and see what can be done. Okay, so then if we are done, then we can reconvene at a later date before the exam. So can we end the session? Yeah, I'm not sure who's representing the host from NPTEL. So is it okay? Okay, so maybe I'll end it. We'll try to reconvene on 20th Sunday or 21st if it is in the evening. I mean, I'll do it much later in the evening. Majority of you wanted timing between 5 and 8. It is probably still lecture time. I will uh, reconvene on either Sunday or if it's a working day, then we will do it after 5. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. I'll end the meeting.